The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The ancient gods never went away, at least not completely. They no longer walk among us on a daily basis, but their touch on humanity can still be felt through the actions of their children. These children of divine heritage go through life as every mortal around them, until one day, a god appears before them making their parentage known. This visitation unlocks the potential inside them, the divine ichor that runs through their veins as they take their first steps into greatness. Born to the magic of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow, these Scions set out to create their own story. New myths and legends are created and forgotten every day, and yet their actions reflect on the reputation of their divine parent. Will the fate of the gods define their deeds, or will they create their own path and change the myths which came before them?
You have to rise above the squabbling and the chaos and keep believing. You have to always keep your goals in mind. Hera, goddess of marriage. Every legend has a beginning, and tonight, viewers, I bring you a tale of four Scions coming to terms with what that means to them. I am Zachary Naldra, he, him, or as the Morgan's Battle Crows call me on the Bird app at Zach Rules, and tonight I will be your story guide. Before we continue, dear viewers, I would like you to meet the Scions who are about to take their first steps to becoming a god. Please state your name, pronoun, and where people can find you on the internet, and who you will be playing tonight.
Hey everybody, I am Relyn, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and you can find me on the Bird app at Relyn Dare. And I will be playing, pronouns, she, her, and I will be playing Caitlin Murphy. And you'll figure out who her divine parent is soon.
Hello, I am Lonnie, pronouns she, her. You can find me on the Bird app at Lonnie10, or you can find me on Twitch as Sailor Lonnie, and I will be playing Natalia Blackburn.
I am Corey, or Unconscious Celestial. Pronouns are they, she. You can find me on the Bird app at uncon_celestial, or anywhere else Unconscious Celestial. And I'm going to be playing Nezzy Coolridge.
I'm Junie Von Esch, she, her. You're going to find me everywhere as Junie Von Esch because it's easier that way for me to remember at least where the hell I'm at. I am playing Dr. Minnie Jones.
And of course, I am on mute. That's a great way to start off the stream. Tonight, we are going to be playing Scion, second edition. This is a game that is made by Onyx Path Publishing. For those unfamiliar with the system, it uses the what's called the story path system. You roll d10s, kind of like these. You add up your skills and your attribute dots for whatever the roll is, and you shake the dice and roll it. Target numbers are 8 and above for Scions of the level that the characters will be playing. We are going to be playing a game with pre-visitation Scions, which means they have not yet truly discovered the divine ichor that flows in their veins as gifted to them by their divine parents. Throughout the course of this series, we will all discover who made them into the Scions that they will become, and much more. So join us for a tale of discovery of four Scions setting forth to set their mark on the world, create new myths and legends. So It is a unseasonably warm spring day in the city of Boston. St. Patrick's Day is over. The parade has happened, has gone by. There are still people drinking in the streets because it is Boston. The Greek parade is still a couple weeks away. What is everybody doing to start off this lovely Tuesday morning?
Nezzy will probably be at the gym, just setting up the general setup, cleaning the dumbbells, making sure everything's in place, and doing a general inventory check.
Natalia will be at the bookstore. There's a lot of inventory that came in, so she's helping getting that inventory organized, and all the items that were out of stock, she is making sure that they are put on the shelf for the customers when they come in.
Getting ready for those new releases. I like it. Dr. Biddy Jones.
Classes, gotta get classes. I had to get my caffeine. I had to go run to the class, and then I forgot my gadgets. So I had to go run back, get the gadgets, and then go get to class to make sure I was on time. And then I had to get another caffeine because I drank it so much.
You could tell you were in a rush. You didn't go to Dunkin'. And
I can't drink
Caitlin,
coffee.
they have tea.
This
How's
is more
Caitlin's morning?
More caffeine.
I was on mute. So Caitlin's morning is a little bit busy. Last evening, basically after nightfall, she had a special ceremony at her shop for those who wish to participate to celebrate Ostara. And she is now in the morning at her shop cleaning up from said celebration and getting ready to open.
All right, as everybody is going about the day, an email pops up in your inbox. Title says, Invitation to the Escape Experience. Who opens that email like right away when it first shows up on their phone?
I think Caitlin would. She's expecting a delivery, so she checks it.
Dear Caitlin, you have been cordially invited to a pre-opening event for the newest escape room experience in Boston, the Peacock's Feather. Gives the address. Is this something that Caitlin would normally? How would she react to getting this email?
Well, first she's going to click the little down arrow to make sure it's not some spam email sending it to her. And when it's legit, she's going to look at it and be like, I mean, she did learn a little bit in her technology class, but but she looks and she's, oh, that sounds fun.
Yep. And when you look at the small print, it says customer service it comes from customer service at the Peacock Experience. The fine print talks about, it has the address, and then it has the little Peacock Experience is owned and operated by PNC Enterprises. Everything seems legit. There's nothing spam. It has a local address. If you call the phone number, someone answers, or probably this time in the morning, it's an answering machine. But
yeah, she makes a mental note that she'll call them a little later, but while she's got her phone out, and it's a distraction from her having to like sweep up. So she's like, she's going to do a quick search on the browser for this PNC Enterprises just to see what she can find out about it. Because, she's a local businesswoman, so she likes to know who's doing what.
Sure. Give me we'll start off with the first roll. Let's see, a technology and cunning.
That's actually not a bad pool for me. Hey, what's my difficulty?
Difficulty is always going to be 8 is the target number.
Okay.
So difficulty is going to be 1, so you only need 1 success.
Yeah, I got 3 successes.
Okay. So you can find a couple articles about it, the Peacock Experience Escape Room, some local news, local entertainment section talking about how there's an upcoming, new escape room opening, promo, and things like that. They all refer to PNC Enterprises as a new entertainment startup. You can't really find anything about them going back more than a couple months. Everything is very PR touched.
Oh, it's definitely polished.
It's polished, but it was set up well.
Yeah.
But there wasn't necessarily. There's not like any red flags about the company other than it's a new
just
startup.
new. Yeah. It's just new and hyped up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So she makes a note that she'll call them just to confirm the invitation and hours that they are available for that. And she'll finish up cleaning and preparing for open.
All right. Dr. Minnie, when you get the email,
Mm-hmm.
how do you react?
She'll read the email, question it. If it doesn't ring like it's something tech-based or gadget-based or kind of like anything that's in her realm, she'll look up the company and then be like, emailing them back.
Now, when you say tech-based, there's not necessarily anything tech-based built into it, but there is some steampunk aesthetics in the email.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna look up the company and then email them back like, "Hi, did you reach the wrong person? Are you sure you need me? I have very limited time for certain things, so
Almost immediately, you get a response from a woman or from a person named Sam. It does say she, her in her email signature, so you can assume it's a woman. Oh, yes, Dr. Jones. So you were on a list of the faculty that was provided to us when we were looking for people to invite to bring into to check this out for one of our dry runs. We wanted someone who has knowledgeable of tech, and if there's anyone who we're hoping to be able to impress, if we can impress a renowned professor in technology such as yourself, then we know we've done our job right.
oh, so this is more like a consultation of, oh, look what we have here, just hands.
Yes, you definitely do get the impression that this was sent to you because of this was not sent at random. They picked you because you are good at you're in your field. And at least they value your opinion.
Wow. Kind of like the first people to actually do it. Okay. When and where?
Yep. And there's a time and the address. Time and the address was in the original email.
Yeah, she totally forgot about that and has to now scroll. Sure, I'll be there early so that I can make sure all your tech is good so that when you're doing your flashbang wild jig holy Jehoshaphat's, it's all good.
We look forward to meeting you.
Okay, I'll see you in a half an hour.
All right. Nezzy, how do you respond to the email?
At first, she kind of thinks that it's a bit of a either a prank or something that her dad signed her up for. So she quickly shoots a text off to her dad. Hey, did you sign me up for escape rooms or something?
No. How old is your dad?
Probably 60s, late 60s.
What's an escape room? If you said anything under 40, that was the answer you're getting.
Oh, okay, that's fine. She texts back with eye roll emoji. Yeah, okay, thanks. I'll figure this out. And then she just kind of looks over the email and could be fun. Checks schedule, probably decides, yeah, I might as well go check it out.
And finally, Natalia, how do you respond to the email?
When she gets the email, she's kind of let down because she's been applying for psychology jobs, but she hasn't been getting any. So she's kind of upset that it's not one of the many jobs she has applied for, but she'll go and scroll through it. And then she'll simply email back, how much is it to get in to take part in this experience?
This is a complimentary invitation.
And she'll just respond, I guess I'll see you then.
All right. Anybody doing anything that they think would be interesting between the morning, afternoon, anything that they want to do before heading to the escape room?
As always, corrupting young minds so that they get better.
Anything out of the ordinary?
I mean, that is out of the ordinary. Do you know how hard it is to corrupt young minds? Ask my students.
I've met some of the people partaking in higher education in the Boston area.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll leave it at that.
Caitlin is just going to basically do her normal duties during the day of running the shop. Also, her fellow practitioner who also works at the shop is here, and she's going to kind of hand things over to her towards the afternoon so she can leave and go to the
All right.
escape room.
All right. So I'm going to guess from the original round of asking that Dr. Mitty is probably going to be one of the first to arrive. Does that sound about right?
Yep, she'll have her whole gear thing ready to go and just be like, I'm right here to check your tech and everything.
All right. As you enter, there is lobby. The floor is concrete and it's kind of bare, and it's very stark contrast to the decor that you see further on around the building. It is lavishly decorated with velvet, brass, steampunk decor from all you can see, for everything that you can see outside of the lobby area. There is a small desk. There is a young woman behind it. She texts you in. Oh, we have some more people who will be joining you. Please feel free to take a seat and let me know if you have any questions.
Sure, I'm here to check your tech, make sure it's everything good. Are you going to have like a whole big party? Are you having a lot of people in here? Are there little kids involved? Because that flash thing, strawberry thing might hurt them. Are you doing snacks and stuff? Or did I have to go and order something? Should I actually order? Do I need more caffeine? Do you have caffeine? Caffeine is a needed thing. If I could put it in my veins, I would, but I can't. So, do you also have water? Because I'm going to be a little bit parched at some point.
There's plenty of water. There's a water fountain just around the corner on the way to the bathrooms. And as far as caffeine, there is a Dunkin' on the corner if you go down to the left, and 2 corners down if you go to the right.
You know McDonald's?
I'm sorry, we don't get to control what businesses set up franchises.
Oy. I'm so sorry. We really should refocus you in a place where it's all convenient, because you know that they turn around and they take their water and then they hydrate it like 8 different times. So the caffeine is like the purest thing, and it just flows right into your system. It keeps you awake for at least a good 5 hours. I've timed this. And then you put in like the 5-shot energy drinks, and then you can stay up for at least another 10. It's fine. I don't have a problem. It's okay.
I'll try to remember that, and because I got finals in a couple months, and we're studying.
Chemistry works.
This woman is quite clearly high school aged.
I would only do 1 energy drink mixed in with your caffeine, because that way you'll get at least 10 hours and you won't have to do over the dosey thing, and then your parents will freak out. But make sure that you drink sugar or have snacks, so they can kind of regulate the sugar and then regulate the caffeine, and then you won't really, really go crazy. It's a whole thing.
I'll try to make a note of that. Please feel free to check out the right now just the lobby, because we're waiting for the rest of the invitees.
How many people are going to be here?
There's going to be 3 more people, including you, who will be going through the escape room.
Oh, can you tell me more?
I cannot tell you much more about the escape room.
Oh no, I want to know about the people that are coming.
Well, I'm sure you'll meet them when they arrive.
Oh, you don't know? That's sad.
And just as she says that, who is the next person to walk in the door?
Natalia will be the next person to walk in.
Going behind the counter smiles and, hello, Natalia, thank you for arriving. Now, I know we had discussed that the 2 of you might know each other, but why don't you describe each other, describe yourselves to each other in the audience. Whoever wants to go first. Or I'll roll odds and evens in put one of you on the spot.
I'll go
All
first.
Right.
Natalia is of average build. She's about 5'3". She has brown eyes. She usually wears contacts, but she tends to wear glasses when she's working at the bookstore. She is dressed in blue and gray ensemble. It's like a checkered crop top with like a grayish skirt, and she has on like some black high tops.
Ta-da! Yeah, she's got jeans, brown boots. She's got a knapsack. Some people might think that she's related to or looks like some kind of, famous archaeologist on TV, television, something like that. She has absolutely no idea. But she's quirky, and she's about mid-20s because child prodigy. And then she'll kind of look, and she'll look over at Nat, go, she'll think for a moment. B or C? I think you were a B. B?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I asked you though.
I'm doing good. Just trying to find a job that's not the bookstore, but
What kind of job do you want? What do you need?
well, I went for psychology, so I'm trying to be a therapist, but none of the jobs I've been applying for have been working out for me. So
Do you even need a reference?
I mean, that might help.
Okay. Sure. Stop by my office.
Okay.
I have no problem with that. Just make sure I see your credentials or what the grades that you passed and all that fun stuff. And then, yeah, absolutely sure, I'll write you one.
Thanks.
Okay, no worries.
So Natalia, when you look around the room, is there anything that sticks out to you about the decor?
When I walked in, was it like dimly lit? So like, can I see all the decor? Or is it very dimly?
So the lobby is kind of a little bit oversaturated with lighting. So everything seems kind of in the lobby seems kind of stark and bland. You can look into the hallway and you can see where the steampunk decor starts, and there is more dramatic lighting there. Certain elements are highlighted with certain various kind of designs, and we could call them art. They really are kind of just blend in with the whole vibe that the place seems to be going for.
When I look at the decor that's like on the wall, does it remind me of any specific culture or anything?
It very much nails the Victorian steampunk era. But if you would like to see if you can get a little bit more, you can give me a culture and cunning roll.
I'll just roll for the fun of it because I probably have enough in culture to not roll. But
Is there any way to assist? Like, I've got culture. I can give her like an extra die.
Yeah, she has plenty of culture dice.
yeah,
Okay.
I have 7 as a dice pool.
I know one extra dice doesn't hurt. All hail dice. Hail.
So I got 5 successes because I rolled 1 and then I did an exploding die and got a 4.
Okay, so if you got 5 successes, this does not look like a place that someone sat and laid out and designed. This looks like a place that someone got the space and just shipped in a pre-made escape room. Like everything seems like it was just like a perfect copy, carbon copy of another escape room layout. There's nothing particularly outstanding or unique about anything about any particular culture outside of the vibe that it's going for, but it's too easy. The costume that the outfit that the woman behind the counter is wearing looks very similar to something that you would find at a Spirit Halloween store. Something this is not custom. None of this is custom. This is all someone quickly picked it up, put it together, slapped it together, put it in place.
He will walk up to the woman, the girl at the counter. Is this like one of those pop-up escape rooms? How long are you guys going to be in town, or is this a permanent thing?
Well, I mean, I hope it at least lasts. I got finals coming up, and then I got to start applying to college. And if the idea, it's the plan is if business goes well, to keep it going, and then set up others in various other locations throughout the city. I'm gonna need the money to buy books and stuff when I go off to school. So I hope it's not just a pop-up thing. To be truthfully honest, I just got hired and just got out of training. This is the first. Y'all are going to be the first ones that I, put on for, so to speak. Right.
Caitlin walks in.
And as Caitlin walks in, you see the two conversing. If you will describe Caitlin as she enters.
Caitlin is about 5'4", 5'5". She's got a very dark red bob for her hair, and she is very fair-skinned, obviously of some kind of Irish descent. And she is dressed from head to toe in black. She has a black lace dress on with a black crocheted shawl. And she has lots of crystal and stone jewelry on, all fingers and even wrists and ears and such. And she very much appears what she is.
Wow, Miss Caitlin C. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. How are you?
Dr. Jones? What on earth
The
are
only-
you doing here?
I don't know. I just got this weird kind of email saying that they wanted me to come and check their tech and do all this weird stuff. So here I am.
Yeah, I got.
They're not around at McDonald's. I think I might have to go through caffeine withdrawal. Do you realize that? I'm scared.
Oh my God, do you want me to go get you a tea from Dunkin'?
Oh, good. That doesn't have enough caffeine. You got to centrifuge you have to centrifuge like 10 of those just to get to 1 cup of Coke.
Okay, do you want me to get you a coffee from Dunkin'?
I can't have coffee. It hurts my head. Remember that one time when I was banging my head against the window?
Yes, I do.
Well, that's because somebody gave me coffee and there's something in the bean, so I can't drink coffee. Do you know how disappointed I was?
That stinks.
And then I tried doing the whole IV thing, and that didn't work.
I will come up with a blend for you. I know you love your caffeine. I know you love your pick-me-up. I will come up with a blend for you, a tea blend.
It's not just a pick-me-up, it's a lifestyle.
I get it.
Yeah.
Come by my shop. Seriously, I will customize
What
a
shop
blend.
is that? There are so many new shops.
And she takes out a
all.
card and it literally says, Murphy's Metaphysical Shop.
Is that the one where I was seeing crows around? Those little black things?
Yeah.
That was weird.
I'm gonna tell you, that has happened to me like all my life.
I'm like super don't get me wrong. I am so for, birds and the things that people need to do. And I'm so, I'm down with the wildlife.
I'm
But
serious.
at the same time, it's like,
ever since I was real little, it's like at random ass times, just I'd see a bunch of crows and they'll either be up in the air or they'll be like on the ground and some of them just kind of looking at me. It's the weirdest shit.
after every class you had with me, all of a sudden I would see like these really random like birds trying to attack me. And I'm like, I'm doing wrong. Or they tried to take my gadget.
And she turns over and says, Natalia.
Hi.
Hey.
And Dr. Minnie, if I remember correctly, I don't think the birds were trying to attack you. They were just watching you, and you were making a scene because they were watching you.
Because of course you were, Dr. Jones.
I almost had to take my hat off my head to shoo them away, and I was like really disappointed and almost shocked because why? What did the hat do to them? I have actually started working on an electronic whip.
You know,
so I
if
can
you
whip them around
befriend
me.
them, they will bring you gifts.
Why?
Because they're little scavengers.
Yes, but you know that they turn around and poke me in the head.
Well, if you become their friend, they don't do that.
I tried. Do you know how much birdseed I went through? And they still poke me in the head?
Then you need a cat.
I mean, I have a cat.
You should bring it to work.
Okay. I mean, we share the same name, but this is fine. I picked the name Minnie. The cat's name is Minnesota.
Aw.
Cute.
Sam, the woman behind the counter, pops up. I just remembered there's a KFC Taco Bell a block north. They probably have Pepsi if you.
How can you?
And as Dr. Minnie is in a stunned silence, Caitlin, you have this just faintest scent of hollows and hot air that you can smell within the room.
I'm going to kind of just act like I'm just examining the area and see if I can't sense where that's concentrated more.
You know, as you would not be surprised if Natalia or Dr. Minnie had told you that they had eaten pizza with olives on it recently.
No, hot pass on that.
And Nezzy.
That's about the time when Nezzy walks in. Nezzy is about 5'7", very broad shoulders, pretty bulky, well toned. She's wearing a leather jacket, gray tank top, black jeans. Her hair is about similar to my wig, bluish green.
Caitlin, as Nezzy enters, you do catch the whiff of fresh cut grass as she comes through the doorway. Sam behind the counter perks up. Oh, good, you're all here. I'll go make sure everything's ready. It'll just be a couple more minutes.
Nezzy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks.
Good. Goodness, it's a little interesting that all of us are here.
Yeah, I just got a random email this morning and thought it'd be fun to check out.
Same. I also got a random email about this
Hey,
place.
Ness, I got your pole. It's small. It's like this little gadget, and I made sure it was all painted and everything for you. So all you do is you pull this little gadget out right here, flip it out, and then you just go like this, and it turns into a 10-foot pole. And it looks all wooden and everything. So the next time you're at the run fair, you could just totally like police those, little balls of energy that like to annoy the heck out of you. And you could just kind of like put them in their place and just like keep them there. And then they can't turn around and do anything to you. And then you just kind of just go, Remember you were telling me that you wanted something that was long and doing all the things together so that you could turn around and police everything?
Yes, but not quite like that. But thank you. That looks very cool.
You're welcome, and it's not lethal. I didn't put any pointy things on them.
Okay, that's important.
I remembered you had to have it all piece tight. So, blunt force trauma to the head if you absolutely have to, but just put them in their place with a little tap on the butt. It might give them just an itsy-bitsy little shock, but what's a shock amongst people that we all know?
She just kind of chuckles and takes the pole from you.
I'll take the pat on the head now.
Okay, good job.
Thank you.
In the brief lull in the conversation, there is a feminine voice over a crackly speaker. Come aboard the airship via the steel hatch. Sam comes out of the hallway and beckons you to come towards her. She leads you down to a door. It very much has the kind of hatch type feel. Something that you would see on a submarine or perhaps an airship. if you ever had an imagination of an airship, it somehow manages to fit what your expectations of an airship would be, even if you haven't told anybody what those expectations were. She explains that she'll be, you'll be in there for an hour, or if you complete it, the door will unlock at that time. In the case of emergency, there's a closed circuit camera, so I'll be watching, and if anything comes up, I'll be able to come and get you out. Okay?
Thank you, Sam.
Any questions?
Is this a dirigible?
I go to public school in the city of Boston.
She doesn't know,
Use a
Dr.
smaller word.
Jones.
She gives you a very quick, 30-second dissertation of what a dirigible is. Literally, 30-second doesn't stop until it's done.
Thank you, Sam. Get away while you can.
She's not even what a dirigible is.
As the four of you enter, she shuts the door. You hear a little click in the hatch. They looking around the room. It is designed as a passenger compartment on an old steamship, or as mentioned before, perhaps an airship. Very much steampunk flavored decorations, copper pipes of all different sizes along the walls. There is a round table in the middle that has a peacock on it, and there's a desk that is kind of off to one side. There is a bed, which it is a luxurious accommodation for his type of travel that does not exist that you know of. Anybody looking around?
Absolutely.
In the room? All right.
Because we got to
Look
figure out
around.
what the puzzle is so we can solve it.
I mean, not look around would be a travesty of justice.
What are you looking at? What are you touching?
Everything and anything.
All right. Nezzy, what do you touch?
Probably goes to the desk.
Go to the desk. What do you touch on the desk? The desk has a kind of statue of a peacock with these large tail feathers.
Is that the only thing that's on the desk?
It's the only thing that really you can see on the desk.
Probably reaches out, just kind of checks the statue out, see if she can lift it, see if there's anything under it.
As you reach out to grab it to touch it, one of the feathers is loose. Do you still continue to pick it up, or do you?
If the feathers is loose, I don't pick it up all the way. I just kind of see how the feather is loose.
Pull it out, wiggle it.
Don't want to break it because I don't know if it's actually a clue or not. So just kind of wiggle it just a little bit.
Yeah, this wiggles. This is loose. This is something that you could probably just slide right out without breaking it.
That would be the main concern. Don't want to break anything. So
do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. As you pull the tail out, you hear a little clash, and the kind of body of the peacock opens up with a note inside. As that occurs, there is the sound of an explosion. So red lights start going off and flashing, and there's a voice that comes over the airship, and that the passengers need to use the copper vents to extinguish the fire before it reaches the hydrogen envelope. There's sound of flames coming from the speakers.
Oops.
Traps. Why does it always have to be traps?
Because it's an escape room.
Traps.
What does the note say?
story guide.
Oh, so you take out the note, open it up, and it talks about how it gives a little description about how hot water can be filtered through pipes, and by traveling through the pipes, they could cool off and be used in various means of directing hot air, controlling how the steamship operates, and in cases of emergency, even used to direct the steam into water to direct towards a fire. And should one happen to break out, but that such a thing rarely ever happens on these steamships.
Dr. Jones, you know anything about? And she points at the copper.
Oh, snickerdoodles. Of course I do. I mean, I mean, yes, this is steampunky. Of course I do.
Okay.
Well, in theory, I have worked with them. I really haven't done an application, but I still don't understand it, and I still understand the theory of it. So
Get to
yes.
work.
Wow, Mom, thanks. Hucker nuts. She'll get to work.
All right, so you're gonna start moving the pipes around?
Well, she's going to first put on the protective gloves that she knows that she should. Then she's going to pull out the tools that she needs to move pipes, and then she will move pipes.
You find that these pipes are designed to be moved, so you don't really need the tools.
Waste of good times with tools. I'm so sad.
Give me a technology roll.
A tech with what?
How would Dr. Minnie approach a puzzle like this?
She'd use her intellect because
Okay.
it's based
Intellect.
on knowledge.
Yeah.
Did you? What's my goal?
1.
Oh, yeah. 2, 4, 6.
All right.
8. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So yeah, this you fly through it in no time. And the rest of you are just kind of stunned. You've never seen someone's arms move so quick. She lines these up. The red flashing light and the sounds of fire disappear.
I could teach them how to make this a little bit harder, actually.
And there is a click coming from the desk.
I drop down and looking under the desk. Like what?
So the desk has this big rolling case in front of it. So the click that you heard was the cover of the unlocking. So you can now roll it up to see what is inside the desk.
Oh, so it's a roll top desk.
Yes, it's a roll top. So this unlocks that and gives access to it. If you are looking around, there are several newspaper clippings, about a half dozen in total, kind of spread out, talking about some ecological disasters that have all occurred within the past several months. These are all recent and happened throughout the New England area. There are 5 drawers that are as well. Each drawer has a series of buttons on it. Each of the buttons has a little light next to it. On the drawer, there is one for fire, lightning, sun, and moon.
Caitlin walks up to the desk as well and takes a look at stuff.
Okay. If anybody would like to roll a academics, and cunning to try to gain any hints from the newspaper clippings. With difficulty of 2. Was that 2 successes, Nessie?
I
Yeah.
got 3.
3 successes, Caitlin.
Got a 5.
Hey, Dr. Jones, the
Yeah.
difficulty is actually 8. You need 2
Oh.
8s
Got you. Hold on.
or higher.
I got
Okay,
1.
2.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Mhm.
All right. So these are all everybody who got 2 and above. You can clearly case that in each of these ecological problems that came up, they were caused by lightning strikes. Was the cause of all of them. And once again, there are 5 buttons that appear. They are fire, water, lightning, sun, and moon. It is reasonable to assume that pushing a button may unlock one of the drawers within the desk.
I'm going to push the lightning button.
A drawer that was hidden unlocks and kind of pushes out a little bit.
I slide it open.
As you slide it open, you see that there is a book on Greek mythology. That is really the only thing that is contained in this. As you start leafing through it, you notice large chunks of text are blacked out like it's a redacted government document. There are visible names that are around various censored portions that includes the names Zeus, Nemesis, Alcmene, Callisto, and Leda. Anybody would like to give a culture roll to see any combinations going on there?
Yes, I would. I'm
Okay.
going to do culture with cunning.
All right.
And with a specialty, 10s explode, right?
10s explode no matter what.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Six successes.
6 successes.
That's kind of her deal. Talk witchy
So
to me.
you can get the idea. You have enough of a grasp on the Greek pantheons and Greek mythology that these are all probably passages that contain things that Zeus did to be an asshole to the other people listed. That seems to be the common thread, is that Zeus
So
is...
his assholery has been redacted.
It's
Zeus
more
is
like
a bit of a dick.
it's more like it's this is not redacting what he did. The specifics to kind of cover up. The idea is that it's covering up everything out, and only things that you can really take pieces of are times that Zeus was a dick.
Oh. And literally, Caitlin laughs at this.
The specifics of how Zeus was a dick has been redacted.
Just that he's a dick.
Because maybe this escape room will host children's parties, and Zeus did some fucked up shit
Yes,
that
he
you
did.
don't want to tell children about, and that people don't want to have to explain
to their children.
That's why we have the song, We Don't Talk About Zeus.
We don't talk about Zeus.
No.
He's all sorts of problematic.
There are a number of features of statues of the Theoi, the Greek pantheon,
Uh-huh.
throughout the walls
Okay.
of this building. And one clearly is of Zeus, and some of the other figures that have been mentioned, as well as from the lighting in the room isn't that great. So Zeus, because he is well known for how he appears, is pretty prominent, not because he's better lit or anything, just because he's
Everybody
very
knows the
recognizable.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, this book is just telling all the stories about how Zeus, screwed over people, sometimes literally. And the parts that detail how he did it have been blacked out, probably to make it, a PG room instead of an R room.
I
And
thought he was NC-17.
maybe.
Shouldn't there be volumes of that?
But basically the parts that are left readable is just that he's a dick. So to these people.
And uses it too often.
Granted.
Thank you.
And I think we need to mess with the Zeus statue. Natalia, you want to check that out?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Just wash your hands. You never know what you're going to catch with that. Seriously, I have gloves if you want. If you want, protection is key.
Thank you, but I think I'm okay.
He never used it, but I just want to make sure you're safe. I have all the colors of the rainbow. It's up to you.
I think I'm good. I think they cleaned things well in here, so we should.
I mean, we all know he didn't, but hey.
I'll go start messing with the statue, moving it if possible, or
As you reach up for it, it's almost as if there was something not quite right with how it was mounted. Because as soon as you touch it, it just falls over. And so hitting the ground with a large thunk that kind of echoes throughout the room.
well, that's not safe.
He's lying
And
like
then-
the cookie is.
And then you hear a thunk from outside the room. There is a slight electrical hum. It's not coming from the speakers. It's probably coming from the door. The lights begin to flicker for a moment. And then what appears to be emergency lights come on. And you think you might smell smoke. And at this moment, we are going to take a quick break. We will be back in about 10 minutes or so to continue our tale.
I hope you're all grounded.
And welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. If you just joined us, we are in our first episode of Scion Zero to Hero, a Scion Origins story. Scion second edition is published by Onyx Path Publishing. As a quick recap, in case you're like me and have a short attention span, and 10 minutes and you forget where we were, our Scions are in an escape room. They have been mysteriously invited to. The door is shut. Emergency lights have come on. There's an electrical humming. There was a loud thunk from the outside. And there's the smell of smoke kind of seeping through the hatch. So what do y'all do?
I'm going to go check out the hatch.
She's going to go give, Minnie's definitely going to go through her masks and go, ooh, found one.
When
Okay.
the statue fell off the wall, was there anything behind it?
There was a wall. Nothing behind it. Can I have anybody who is examining the door, the hatch, give me a survival or technology roll?
Yay, something I'm good at. Diff is what, 8? Or are we going
8. The difficulty, you will always be aiming for an 8 on the dice
GG.
or above.
Trying to figure out what to roll with it. Okay. We'll go intellect.
All right.
Got a 3.
You got 3. All right.
I got 2.
Okay. So the you can very much tell, Caitlin, that this there is something going on. There is a fire somewhere that is, and you can tell that it was caused electrical in nature. With your extra success, Dr. Jones, you can tell that there seems to be an electric current running through the door, and touching the door could pose could cause injury if not dealt with prior to touching said door.
Door is alive. Do not touch. You'll
Wasn't
get more.
wasn't
Yeah.
planning on it. Where's
Okay,
it?
good.
Where's the
That's-
power coming from?
Okay, I will. Minnie's gonna start looking.
You want to
Is
give
that-
a technology and cunning roll, Minnie, and anybody else who is investigating and trying to figure out the door?
I will do that. That actually gives me one more die.
Woohoo!
I will look around as well.
Okay.
Nizzy's trying to figure out if that's supposed to be happening.
I got 3.
All right. So between these, first, Nezzy, yeah, this you can probably piece together that escape room doors are supposed to close and lock so that like you can't escape unless there's an emergency. Except this seems to be an emergency, and those doors are not supposed to be electrified. That is not how escape rooms are designed. Caitlin and Dr. Jones, Natalia, did you roll as well?
I rolled, but I didn't get any successes.
I rolled. I
Okay.
had an 8 and a 9, and then I had 2 zeros, and I then got 2 9s after that. So 4.
Right.
I'd
You
be
got an 8,
6.
9,
Oh,
2
6? Okay.
zeros, and then you got 2. Oh, yeah, that's 6.
So I got 3 and you got 6.
All right.
I'm not used to exploding dice. I apologize.
That's okay.
That's okay. All right. So this is going to be, since we had our first failed roll, we are going to discuss about what momentum is. There is a momentum pool that all characters have that is shared between characters. Using momentum essentially allows you to roll extra dice if you use up momentum. You build momentum by failing rolls and other various methods. And because Natalia failed to roll, you will add 1 to your momentum pool. There are 4 of you, so your momentum pool is now up to 5. Caitlin and Dr. Minnie, both of you have gotten enough successes to follow the path working together of the break of the electricity, find the breaker, and Dr. Minnie, using her skill, is able to kind of overload, kill the power so that the door is no longer electrified. It is still locked, but it's not going to hurt you if you touch it.
See, Caitlin, I knew you could do it. Such a good job.
C is still passing.
I never said it wasn't, and I did tell you, you had so much potential in my class. See, I'm telling you, hang up.
I'm regretting not taking it now.
I always have open seats for people. If you want to come, let me know. I promise I will not make you do the new arc I have everyone else doing. And that's when you have to turn around and build something and make sure it works. That's technology.
Hey, Nezzy, what kind of I know you're athletic. What is it that you do?
Variety of things. I'm really good at wrestling.
Hmm.
She's a good bodyguard too.
We may need your assistance with the door because it's locked, but we need to get out because there's a fire.
Yeah. You'd think there'd be like an extra way out or something, but
I don't know. It's escape room. Do we escape the fire or do we have to escape the room from the fire? I don't understand how this works. What is the principles of it all?
I
I
think
do
this
have a
is
blowtorch.
I think this is a failed room because there's a fire outside the door and the door was
Yeah.
electrified and that
And
shouldn't
that-
happen.
no.
And that statue falling probably shouldn't have happened either.
I mean, Zeus is a failed person anyhow at times. Seriously. Are we all surprised? You still sort of wearing gloves because you never know what's going to happen. Zeus. I got a blowtorch. Do we need a blowtorch?
You have a blowtorch?
Why wouldn't you?
What else do you have?
Well, I have a creme brulee thingy too. I got water. If anyone needs it, I may have snuck a couple of bottles. I have snacks. I have my little gadgets with me. I have my lightsaber that I'm working on to actually make it a real lightsaber, but that's a work in progress.
I'm just wondering if I just don't want to open that door right into a fire. That's my thought. I mean, sometimes with escape rooms, don't they have an extra door to get in? Like,
So if you put your hands to the door to touch it, it is not hot like there's a fire right behind it. You don't actually have proof of fire. You just have smoke. As if you give it just a little push, you're strong. You might be able to force it open.
yeah, I just wanted to, before exerting myself, I wanted to see if there was maybe another way out first. Is it just like a push door or is it a rotating door? Like is there like a gauge on it?
So it swung closed. Natalia had picked up earlier and may have shared this information about how everything seemed kind of rushed and kind of, put together without lots of planning. Seems kind of generic. The lock on the door is mainly more for show. It's locked, but you're tough enough to give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I should do a body slam or if I should kick it.
Kick it, do the massive walk up.
it.
Show who's boss. Show that door
Kick
who's
it.
boss.
Kick it.
Donkey kick that bitch.
Kick it real good.
Right. How about this? You give me a athletics and might roll, and I will tell you how many what type of spectacular move you may or may not be able to do, depending on how many successes you get.
All right, so that's athletics and what? Sorry.
Athletics and might.
Okay. So I had a 4 with 110.
Okay, so you re-roll that 10. So you got 4. What's the 10 give you?
1 sec. That was a 5.
Okay. Well, you needed 2 successes, so you got double what you needed. So you can describe what type of flare you're using to get this door open, but it's opening.
Okay. So with the encouragement of the others in the group, I do a pick.
Did you roundhouse it?
Not quite, because that's not quite.
We'll
more
take
of
a half
a
roundhouse.
more of a donkey kick, like a
It is a spectacular donkey kick.
She donkey kicked that bitch.
So door just comes open. It doesn't like fly off around the hedges or anything. It swings out, doesn't hit anything, just kind of goes, stops. You can look out into the hallway, and there is Sam kind of crumpled up against the wall behind, like her head hit one of the ornamental brass pipes. So she's lying there unconscious.
immediately Nezzy runs to Sam to check her vitals.
All right. So she's alive. She doesn't appear to be noticeably hurt, other than the fact that she's just kind of knocked out. Like, she could use medical attention.
Caitlin's
But I
on the
mean-
phone. She's called 911.
All right. There still appears to be the smell of smoke, and some fried electronics.
And then he will start investigating, trying to find it.
The source of it is pretty easy to find, and with your technology being what it is, this was kind of a freak trigger. Someone probably did a rush job putting things together here. Now, where do you go from here?
Start quietly, Cinnabunny swearing, and then going to try and fix the wiring and rewire it so that it works.
Okay, you can do that.
Yay.
Natalia, what are you up to?
I would try to get out, like try to get us out. Like I know that Dr. Minnie's fixing everything, but
Like
I feel like
out of the building entirely, or just like out of this corridor?
out of the corridor.
Or the corridor. So you're trying to get people to go towards the lobby.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Sam is going to probably be pretty easy to convince. She is unconscious, so it's just a question of kind of picking her up and bringing her out into the lobby.
Is there like a couch in the lobby?
There is a couch in the lobby.
So Nezzy will pick up Sam and take her to the couch.
Okay. Caitlin,
Yep.
how's the phone call going?
Yep. And it appears that the receptionist here is unconscious. She might have hit her head on something. It smells like electrical wiring burning here, so you might want to get someone out for that too. Thank you. Okay.
Mhm. We'll have someone on the way, probably like 5-10 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
They'll be here in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Also, why is Sam the only person
Here?
here?
That's what
Yeah,
I would love
that's-
to know, considering she's a teenager.
I know she had training and everything, but it's still odd that it's just her here.
If anybody would like to make some sort of medicine roll to see if they can revive Sam, feel free to do so. As mentioned, you have about 5-10 minutes before the first responders get there. You doing anything else in the building while you're?
Oh, just investigating what the hell it is.
I would like to look at the desk area where she was sitting at and see if there's like a number for like her higher up like just to call and let them know what's happening and see if they have anybody they can send out here as well just to.
There is one contact that you can find, a Ms. June Bopice.
I will pull up my phone and is there a number
Yeah, there's a phone number.
I will give her a call.
Hello.
Yes. My name is Natalia. I and a few of my friends were invited to your escape room. The wiring messed up. Everything is fine. I would like to know why you had one singular worker here to run.
Wait, what happened? Genuine shock is what you can pick up from your psychological training. That there's no need for. She's genuinely surprised that something went wrong.
The wiring malfunctioned, or
Oh, it was a crack job. It was really fast. I mean, toddlers could put this thing together faster. You might want to tell them that they did a slapped up job that's just completely and utterly, wackadoodle. I've seen more doodles with whack than this.
has the phone on speakerphone as many as.
Oh, that shouldn't have trusted my cousins when he said he knew an electrician.
Oh my, really?
Especially since the door to the room was electrified.
Yeah.
That could have killed somebody.
I also had to we turned around and had to redo all the breakers.
Look,
Yeah.
is Sam okay?
She's unconscious. I've called 911.
She's in a sea of black due to your poor wiring. This is unacceptable and not very good.
Nezzy, were you doing anything to try to keep CS?
No, I don't have anything in medicine, just keeping her safe in the meantime.
You got 2 dots.
Oh, I do. Shoot, I was kind of full.
I'll say you got more than me.
Yeah.
You got the highest medicine in the group.
Never mind. Yeah, sure, I'll do a roll. I was looking at occult, not medicine. That makes sense now. Okay.
No, occult, I got you handled. But yeah.
So you're kind of relying on I'm thinking you're probably relying on instinct and quick thinking. You may have been in a fight before. You may have seen someone knocked out and, kind of have some idea how to bring it up. So
not only that, if you work at a gym, you're CPR certified.
Yeah, and camping background, off-grid, survival. Yeah.
So yeah,
I got both successes, 9 and an 8.
you would be rolling medicine and cunning.
Oh, and cunning.
So that's 3 more dice.
Awesome.
But no, yeah, you're able to revive her. What happened? I heard a boom, and then I went to go unlock the door, and how did I get on the couch?
I have no idea. We busted out of there, and you were just lying there unconscious.
It looked like you hit your head on one of the steampunk decorations.
She kind of reaches her head back and kind of rubs her head. So someone should call Miss June.
Already done.
Sam, is that you? Yes, yeah. I'm okay, I think. I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to watch the security cameras later. Don't worry about that. I'll send someone in. To someone is on the way. They'll be there shortly. I'm so sorry this happened. Please, am I still on speakerphone?
Yes.
Natalia, Dr. Jones, Nezzy, Caitlin, please, let me make this up to you. Please come meet me. And she's going to give you an address to come and be able to talk to her face to face.
After we make sure Sam is okay.
Of course. I will be here as long as it takes.
And then
EMTs
and ambulance is here.
EMT arrives. They check her out. We're happy to take you in for to check you out, go through concussion protocol. While they're there, a guy in kind of a disheveled suit comes in, seems to recognize Sam, checks to make sure she's okay. He explains, I've been here to set up, take a look. We're going to shut everything down, and we'll have our team in first thing in the morning to review. Thank you for what you did to help her. I'll be able to make sure everything's all right from here. Please, we're sorry for the inconvenience. We will, of course, offer, once everything is fixed and operational, offer you another chance to come and experience it the proper way.
Just make it right because it was unsafe.
Yes.
Minnie's taking pictures, detailed pictures, and she's fixed things. And she'll just look at them going, I will send you a full-on report in 2 days because this is just, I was wiring this stuff when I was 3 years old. Seriously. People could have gotten seriously hurt.
Also, make sure you have another person on staff besides
Especially when you have a minor
one
working.
person.
This is just wackadoodle.
You may not know this. We have not, this is our first going with this. We have not been in business for a very long time. So we clearly have things to learn that we will need to have correct before we attempt to reopen.
Building codes, wiring codes,
Mhm.
must.
And
labor
maybe
laws.
some
Your cousin
business
do.
classes. Yeah. Someone should take a business class.
And we offer them at the college. Please let me know. I can get you in.
All right. Well, she's taken care of. Let's go meet with the boss lady.
Need caffeine and some sugar too.
We can stop and get some caffeine and sugar.
Yes.
I
Almost out.
I still think it's weird that they all seem to know who we are.
Yeah.
Especially by name.
That's what I'm going to find out about.
I'm getting a lot of paranoid here. I understand.
Huh?
People come to me all the time and just say, hey, I know you. And I'm like, yes, you probably do. I just don't remember where I know you from. I take it you guys don't deal with that often.
I mean,
I
to a level, but not, yeah.
Okay, who's driving?
So you've been driving all the way while having this conversation, and you arrive at the fairly suburban-looking residential address that you were given. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. Standard suburban house. Yard, white picket fence.
This is just ringing all my alarm bells. I am so sorry. Why are we going to somebody's house and not an office?
I mean, it is nighttime. It's not particularly late at night, but generally you wouldn't expect someone to be in an office at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Well, why wouldn't she want us to meet somewhere like a restaurant or something? Oh, well. And Caitlin walks up and rings the bell.
Nezzy's right behind Caitlin.
Do I need the taser out?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay.
No offense, there's 4 of us.
I know. I still have a phaser, so if we have to shoot her.
A phaser.
You never know when you're going to need something. I finally finished my prototyped sonic screwdriver.
Awesome.
But I can't tase somebody.
Caitlin, before the door opens, you once again smell the olives on hot air. It is stronger than it was when you first ran into Natalia and Dr. Minnie. And there's like a slight murmuring of as if like off in the distance there was a crowd cheering at a coliseum or something.
Did y'all hear that?
Coming from behind the door as it opens. There is a beautiful woman, long dark hair, just past her shoulders. She is overdressed for being at home at this time of night. Please come in. I'll explain everything. Please. Let me apologize and explain. And stands holding the door open, gesturing for y'all to come in.
I want to roll something.
Sure.
I'm thinking occult and cunning.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I've been smelling these things, but I heard a freaking Coliseum roar just before she opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
This has like my spidey senses tingling.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody else heard it. So why, I'm like, okay. There's a reason I'm known.
We always said you were special.
Yeah.
Damn birds.
Without just as an explanation, without needing to roll, this is definitely kind of coming from her. This is an aura that she is giving off. Once you see her and open the door, you can make that connection. So the roll would be if you wanted to try to get more depth out of it.
I want to get more depth.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to basically use her mediumship to try to get more depth. That is 6 successes.
That is 6 successes. There is the clear sense that this is someone touched by divinity. This is a Scion, not just a Scion, but of someone important. The connection to the sound of the crowd, of kind of like as if it was coming from Colosseum. You make that connection with the Colosseums of the Roman era, the smell of olives that you get. She is not only just a divinity, but she's clearly one of the Theoi, the Roman, the Greco-Roman pantheon. And she just has an aura of, she's not just of the pantheon. She is at least connected to one of the big players in the pantheon.
Caitlin goes in.
Feels so underdressed.
You look fantastic.
Sure.
She is absolutely genuine when she says that. For somebody who might be trying to pay attention, or just someone who has extremely high empathy, Natalia, she is genuine in everything that she's saying.
Or also has the knack takes one, no one. I can spot a liar.
So, you know, I'm not real quite sure where to begin.
You had an unsafe establishment. You had a minor working without any adults there.
Wiring was atrocious.
You somehow seem to know every one of us by name.
And you know all of us by name. Yeah.
So you all know what Scions are, right? The children of the gods. You all know that you're Scions, right?
What?
What?
So,
says what?
So there are beings on this earth that come from the various divine pantheons. I am. There's various types of us. Some of them are the more traditional parentage, where your mother or your father had sex, made babies with a god, and you were a result. Some of you may have been done something at some point in your life where a god said, yes, I am going to give part of myself to them, and pass along my divinity that way. I don't need, none of you were created where you were something else and then turned into to human. That's another way that Scions, and then there's Scions like me who are we're just a part of their god. The purpose of inviting you to the escape room was to kind of see how you would all work together, in the hopes that I could work with you on and kind of what I was created for. You may have noticed Zeus came up a little bit in the escape room.
Yes.
So I'm an incarnate of Hera. He went on one of his adulterous sprees. I was formed out of one of Hera's tears. What I know of and what my memories came from are kind of the pain and suffering and all of the times that he has cheated on her. I don't know exactly what her goal, her intention was. Maybe she just wanted to find a way to lessen some of the pain by creating me. She would have an outlet. I have all this knowledge from her of all the various instances, and not just the harm that his actions have caused to her, but how they affect others, mortals and Scions alike. I mean, just I've tried categorizing, writing them down, trying to get them out of my head. She's vaguely gestures to a filing cabinet, and there's several of them floor to ceiling. And writing it down didn't work. I was hoping maybe if I could find some others who had been affected by him in some way, that I would be able to, maybe if we could work together, then maybe we could take some action to get some revenge on them. Parts of Zeus have affected all of you in some way in your life.
I sincerely hope Zeus did not bippity boppity boo my mom. That would be horrible.
Remember when the kids used to call you Bouncy Bar?
How do you know that? And don't ever bring up that nickname. Do you know how it took me forever to get away from that nickname? Neither I'm not a bar, nor am I no, I am bouncy. I'm not a bar anymore.
Well, do you know that it wasn't your fault?
Well, no, that was the caffeine.
Well, and possibly, but also the instructor the night before had we'll say partied with Zeus.
So my instructor was bippity boppity soused?
She was not at her fullest energy. She had a headache and probably an upset stomach. She didn't set the bar up right.
How do you know this? This is like levels of creepiness that is going to the part of like stalker level. Are you a stalker?
Hera is the goddess of marriage.
You're not setting us up for marriage, are you?
I don't know how, but she seems to know every instance of when Zeus cheats on her. Not just when Zeus does it, like when his kids do it, when his Scions do it. He has an incarnate going around there right now that is at Cannonball Run, trying to find somebody to have a good time with tonight.
Ew. That's a no square thingy. No.
Caitlin, you remember that storm about 2 winters ago? Ice storm, freak, electrical outages.
Yeah, it delayed the grand opening of my shop.
Yeah. So the warehouse that everything was coming out of had a rare herb that Zeus was trying to collect so he could impress a girl. He caused the storm to shut down a delivery so that he could send one of his Scions in to get it, to get whatever it was.
He could have just sent his Scion to my shop to get it. God. What an impatient bastard.
Zeus is the god of dickery.
Natalia, you remember that time you got lost because you had that wrong map of campus that first day of class?
Of course, and I was late to every class.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zeus got stood up by one of your professors. And so to get revenge, he fucked with the entire school.
As of course he did.
What is he? 3?
Yes.
He's a god who's used to getting what he wants and does not take it well when things don't go his way. Nezzy, that was it. 3 summers ago, you were going on a camping trip. There was a flash flood, lightning strike knocked down a tree, blocking the road. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. He was just throwing a temper tantrum then. There was not any real reason. He just didn't get his way. So I'm hoping that maybe you can kind of see the jerk that he is and maybe help get a little payback.
Sounds like your typical narcissist.
I can reward you if you need. I'll be happy to, of course, compensate you. And she reaches over and pulls out a designer shoebox and opens it up, and it's just filled with gold coins.
That's not necessary. What I would like to know is if we are also Scions.
You are all Scions.
Of who?
I don't know.
Well, then how do you know we're Scions?
Well, some of us have a sense about it. I have the ability to tell. I'm one of you may have smelt olives. Of the Theoe, we have a scent that only other Scions can recognize.
Yeah, I picked that up.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing you picked it up on your 2 friends here, pointing at Natalia and Minnie.
Mm-hmm. And you. Oh,
Yeah.
and you also had the sound of the Colosseum, too.
Yes, that happens sometimes. It's scent, it's auditory. Sometimes it can be both. Mood can affect that. While yourself and Nezzy, there's the smell of fresh cut grass. The signs with have that ability to sense that, would recognize as being part of the Tuatha De Danann, the Irish, the Celtic pantheons. Mine is not strong enough to be able to smell who your divine parent is.
I have a suspicion for mine.
What, do we have to do a DNA test? Do we get swabbed? I mean,
Well,
I can tell you who my mom is, my dad is. I mean,
when
they're normal people like me. And I don't smell like olives.
You smell like
Rose-
olives.
But I put on rose perfume today.
I smell that too, but
It's-
it's a scent that comes off you like an aura.
It's something that without that particular ability, that we call them knacks, the powers that are given to us, that our mortals don't have. The four of you are have not yet had what's called the visitation. Your divine parent will come to you and let themselves known, and in the process unlock the potential. The powers that you do have may seem minor in scale to powers that I might have, but it's beyond what most mortals have, what most mortals can do. You all are standouts in your preferred professions. Some of that is your natural human abilities magnified by the fact that you have been touched in one way or another by the divine.
So what? Phenomenal cosmic powers, and now we have to move into an itty bitty living space.
You can live wherever your means allow you to live.
Okay, so we don't have to downgrade into like a tiny little studio apartment now.
No.
Okay.
I mean, if you choose to live in a studio apartment, you can. Or if you're not making, I know rent sucks out here, so I imagine, some people might be only able to afford the studio. Granted, once you've started your journey, it'll be of little consequence. Now, before you have started building your own legends, money might mean more than it will as you grow in the world. One of you might be able to just make a pile of money. She once again opens the shoebox with the gold coins in it.
Mm-hmm.
So Zeus is an incarnate of Zeus, and I'm not going to go into detail about how he was formed, but he is currently at Cannonball Run. It's a bar not far from here, and maybe if you wanted to go there, give him a bad night, it would show him, maybe teach him a lesson. What do you think?
Sounds like fun.
I'm down. Let's go.
I do have protective gear, just in case if we have to touch him. I do still have the gloves. You might need it. I wish I had a body condom, but I don't.
No, I can't go myself.
He would recognize you.
He would recognize me. He has arranged for a Amazon at the bar, at the door, to watch out, to watch his back, so to speak.
An Amazon?
Yes, her name is Lita.
As in the Lita?
I don't believe she's the same Lita. She is as mortal as Amazons can be. So the one that you're thinking of might be a bit older. But she is trained to be able to spot Scions, particularly of Hera,
Oh.
which is why I can't confront him myself. There is a nearby pawn shop that I have put a possession that is she'll recognize as belonging to Zeus. And if one of you were to be carrying it, she would believe that you were with him, which would make entrance a little bit easier.
What's the item?
It is a guitar. It is called the Thunder Kiss.
Okay.
It's at the Ramirez pawn shop. It's actually close. I've managed to get into a shop close to the bar itself. And that should be able to at least get one of you past Lita to get inside. Any questions? Anything else?
No, I think that's enough to go on.
Okay. No, before you go here, let me just. She goes to a desk and pulls out a box. It's fairly sizable. Here's some things that might be able to help. And she kind of puts them on the coffee table in the living room. This is a dagger. This is made from one of Hera's serpent sons. Might help out if things get physical. She reaches in, pulls out. This is a living pomegranate. It's a symbol of Hera's connection to fertility. The fruit of this will heal many injuries, as well as provide other benefits to those looking to bear children. And this last one, she pulls out a key in the shape of a peacock feather. This will open just about any lock that you may need to open. And she kind of offers them up. Anybody taking any of these?
I will take the pomegranate.
All right.
I'll take the key.
Okay.
I'll take the dagger.
All right. She'll provide you with the address and the address to the pawn shop.
And we will swing by the pawn shop to pick up a guitar.
All right. The pawn shop is closed, unfortunately. However, you do have a key that supposedly unlocks just about anything. Anybody want to try to?
Yeah.
All
Oh, yeah.
right.
I don't.
It's going to be a subterfuge and cunning roll to open the lock. However, this key that you've been given does give you a +2 enhancement, which overrides the level 2 complication.
Oh, good. I had no
So it
such a-
automatically works.
Well, so you still have to get a success.
Oh, okay.
And it's the
Um,
DC's 8, yeah?
DC is 8. Yep. Yeah. So the complications that the roll has is that it would set off if you didn't have this key.
It would
You
set
would need
off
3
the alarm.
successes to prevent the alarm from going off when you open
Oh,
it.
no. 3.
3 successes. That is enough.
I got the 0 and then I re-rolled.
All right. So the gate pops open. The alarm does not go off. You're able to grab the guitar. You even can lock up No
We're
one would
lucky.
know anybody came in here unless they were looking for a specific guitar that someone specifically put there for you to get. Anyways, so you head over to the bar.
Mhm.
You want to head anybody who's going like straight in, who's going, anybody sneaking around. How are you approaching?
I'm thinking I'm getting in line.
Yeah.
The bar isn't that packed that there's
So
an
we'll just
actual
walk up as a
line.
group.
Yeah. Okay. Who is holding
Minnie
the
is old
guitar?
enough, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Listen here. Just because I don't go to bars all the time and I don't normally imbibe, I still am legal
I just know that you're like the
in like
you're like
50
the
states.
Doogie Howser of freaking science.
Doogie
Okay.
Howser was my hero. I'd like to point out. He was like my TV mentor.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least you're old enough to get in. Okay.
All right.
So let's just
So-
go. It's just a girls group.
Who's carrying the guitar?
That's going to be Nezzy.
I was actually thinking somebody that smells like olives should be holding on to it because.
Okay, then it'll be Natalia.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. So Lita smiles at Natalia and easily lets you in, but she kind of wait, hold up. Where do you think to the rest of you?
We're
These are-
friends going out
yeah.
for a drink.
Yeah, they're my friends.
Are you like friend shaming?
She's looking at all of you friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're
Give
doubting
me-
it?
We all went to college together.
Someone
I
give me
taught them.
if I could get a persuasion and presence roll from someone.
I will do that.
I could do it too if need be.
Okay, go for it, Natalia. She smiled at you anyway, so she's more inclined.
Can I use my specialty?
So
How does that work?
the way that specialties work in this game is a little bit different than what you would usually do. So your specialty in persuasion is going to actually apply to other skills.
Ooh.
It's not that you are so specialized in persuasion that this gives you an extra bonus. It's that you're so good at persuasion that it can carry over into other skills. And while she's rolling, I know that Natalia took the dagger. Does anybody else have a weapon on them?
I got 7 successes.
Oh, yeah, you get everybody in. But besides Natalia, who took the dagger, is anybody else carrying
I got
what
nothing.
could be considered a weapon?
Mm-mm.
No.
Maybe a pocket knife, but
She kind of left the blowtorch and all the other stuff in the car.
Other than I can literally, it gives someone a great sense of doom.
All right.
Those are weapons. Those are weapons. I don't know.
So, Natalia.
She
So
is the weapon.
I am
as you
the
walk
weapon.
in, Lita kind of sticks her arm out and just happens to place her right where your pocket knife is, and is like, "What is with that weapon?" Natalia turns around, and with the amount of successes that she got, she is also able to smooth talk Lita into dropping it and letting you go from there. As you walk into the bar, of course, Caitlin, that smell, and this time you can't tell if the murmuring that you're hearing is actual just bar noise or if it's you can definitely hear it coming from one booth. The bar is kind of spread out. It looks like there would be a small stage set up for a live band performing. There's several booths, various sizes, coming around the back wall of the bar. They're on the kind of front wall to the other side opposite the stage. There is a bar that wraps around the side. Looks like it's set up for, it's not a bar that's set up for dancing. There's tables, very lounge feel type of thing, very chill vibe. But it's not hard to miss at the center of one of the larger booths, a man with a short trimmed beard in a white suit telling a story. There's half a dozen people sitting with him, and they're hanging on to every word, laughing along. Some may have a noticeable interest in him. He's laughing. He tells a joke. He sees you walk in, locks eyes, and takes a sip of his drink. And that is where we're going to end our story for the night. Thank you all for coming out and watching. I hope you've enjoyed the story as much as I have enjoyed telling it. And we'd like to take a moment to recognize our players for this evening. If y'all can go around, tell them a little about yourself, whatever you want to tell them. Hobbies, where to find you on social media. If next time you're going to be on the Twitches or the YouTubes, or if you've got a TikTok or whatever you want to show off, let the people know where to find you and what you're doing.
Well, y'all know Mama McStabber's right here on McStabber Studios, so I'm going to let other people go.
I guess I'll go. Hey, it's Lonnie again. Had a really great time tonight. You can find me on the Bird app at Lonnie10. You can also find me on Twitch at Sailor Lonnie, where I'm playing games. I'm very bad at them, but I play them for your enjoyment, and that's all that matters. Also, next Saturday, I will be on TTRP Theater's channel doing a Alien one-shot with them. So, yeah.
Score.
Somebody.
Oh, I was just saying, go ahead, Junie. Junie's probably got more going on than I do.
Me? Never. God damn. Mine be called out like that. Shit. Hey, wait, I can swear now. Yay!
Yay! You're no longer cinnamon roll.
I know, right? I am Junie Von Esch. You can find me pretty much anywhere at pretty much as Junie Von Esch. I'm also on the RPG table. I'm here too for a couple of things, but I can't say everything. Hi. And mod over at Cajun Nights, and I do other things, other quirky stuff. If you need to find me, just go to my Twitch channel. It'll tell you where I'm at the time.
And she crochets really cute things.
Yes, I'm in the middle of doing stuff too. This is just I literally all I have that, and I have angry coffee mugs.
The angry coffee mugs are so awesome.
And then I have these things too that I'm working on. Angry vampires.
Nice.
Angry vampire cups full of blood.
I love it.
You're just one dabbler away from a lower generation and a new discipline.
Yes. Don't let power go to waste.
Never. Enjoy your free forbidden sip today.
All righty, Core.
I am here as well. You can also find me on the Bird app. Like I said, Uncon/Celestial. I also have a TikTok, Unconscious Celestial. And if you want to give me a follow on here, on my own channel, Unconscious Celestial, feel free to do so. No major plans for anything yet, but I was streaming at one point. So,
And
right.
of course, Story Guide needs to tell us where we can find him and stuff.
Hi, my name is Zachary Naltra, he, him. I can be found at Zach Rules on the Bird app. If you need the spelling, it's right about here-ish below me, just next to where it says Story Guide. Yep, just put an ad there, and that's where you find me. I have a website where you can find links to my TTRPG writing and stuff. It's called www.zachrules.com. Same spelling. I'm on various other social medias as well as Zach Rules, or if Zach Ruiz got there first, I'm at Zach Rules Dice. I really don't use those though, so don't bother with them. As far as just want to throw a couple links out there for people following home. This is a link to the trans bundle. This is going on right now for like $5. You get a whole shitload of TTRPG games. Thirsty Sword Lesbian, Visigoths vs. Molgoths, Castle of Memories, and just so many more.
So many games, y'all.
$5.
Mama got it.
So there's link number one. And if you are enjoying Scion and you want to learn more about the game, you can go and drive through RPG. There's a link there. You can buy the book, Origin. Check it out if that's something you are interested in.
All right. So thank you, Zach, for offering to run this game for us here at McStabber Studios. And thank you for the opportunity to sit at this table so that I can learn a new game, because I'm already telling I'm going to love it. And of course, y'all know you can join us on our Discord. This game was cast when Zach posted a casting call in our casting couch in Discord. I have just today posted up asking for some feedback from the community on what type of games they would like to see me run for a one-shot, because Mama's got it itching to run a game again. So join our community. We have an amazing group of folks there, very diverse community, very, liberal leaning and accepting and all that kind of stuff. And very much we are kind of like a family. So join us over there, and be a part of a great community. Also, you can check out this episode will be, of course, available here on Twitch. We do not subblock our stuff for you to see on demand, but it will also be going up on YouTube. So check out our YouTube channel. The McStabbers channel has all kinds of stuff, like literally almost all the World of Darkness stuff. We've got Windy City on there. We've got Wraith. We've got Mage. We've got Werewolf, all kinds of stuff. And we've got a lot of serial games and one-shots that we've run, like Monster Hearts and Molgoths versus Visigoth, or Visigoths versus Molgoths. And literally we've done so many, such a great game. And literally it's lots and lots of TTRPG content for you. And then, of course, if you like D&D 5e or Call of Cthulhu 7e, you want to check out the Ishvel channel, because that is our amazing European GM Tiss's channel, where she stores her streams there. And Ishvel was her D&D campaign. It has been concluded, but all the episodes are there on her channel. And definitely check out our friends, one of which is right here below me, Junie, at the RPG table. Sorry, the RPG table.
It's all good.
And sorry, but
no, we haven't been role playing for like 2 hours. What are you talking about? You're tongue-tied? The cacao tongue.
Yep, absolutely. And she's already talked about what she's doing there. She does a Vampire Chronicle on Saturdays there. It's pretty damn good. You'll want to join her. And then, of course, we do have studio merch. And I really think we need a t-shirt for this show that says, "Who's your daddy?" or "Who's your mommy?" Yeah.
Oh, JoJo's are cool.
Listen, I would wear that. I would wear both of those shirts out.
We still need a demon shirt, daddy issues. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. There's so many parent issues in the world of darkness and ancillary games. And so you can check out the link to our Zazzle shop. Now, be aware, some of the Windy City merch that is available is actually listed as adult or basically 17 and up. So you need to be signed into an account where they can verify your age to be able to see all of our merchandise. Not all of it is listed like that, but there's a couple things that I had to because of language on it or something like that. So yeah, so do that. And of course, if you would like to support this channel, you can do so by subscribing or using your Amazon Prime free subscription for us. You can also donate to our KoFi link that is in chat. And if you want to support the players at the table and the story guide, not me, because Mama gets the coffee and the subs and stuff. If you want to support everyone else at this table, you need to show us your biddies. Yeah, show us your biddies or give donations through the donation link. But yeah, seriously, coffee doesn't take half like Twitch. Twitch is a pimp and not even a nice one. So yeah.
We can't hoe ourselves enough, man.
I have OnlyFans for showing my biddies. No, I didn't say your titties. I said your biddies. Bits.
I did the disco biddies. I can't put enough glitter on them. I mean, seriously. Damn, woman.
Biddies. But yeah, so thank you so much. And coming up over the next week, we have on Saturday, Call of Cthulhu 7E. London Esoteric Society. Y'all, it's getting crazy up in London. It really is. And it's set like right after the turn of the 1900s. So yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, is the world going to end and none of us will exist with the way this game is going? It's crazy. So join them at 4 p.m. Eastern because their daylight savings time is on Sunday and not Saturday. So at 4 p.m. Eastern, they will be streaming on Saturday with Call of Cthulhu 7E. And if you haven't sat down and watched Tiss run Call of Cthulhu, that is so her game. She is so good at running that game, y'all. For real. Check it out. And then on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, we are back. Windy City After Dark, our Vampire V5 game, set in Chicago. Season 10, season premiere. Y'all, that is so many episodes. Luckily, my dear husband in the character of ya boy Twitch does season summaries that are like the cliff notes of all the important plot points that you can go to our YouTube and check out so you can get caught up to start season 10 with us. Yeah, because that's on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, we'll be back as we do something to really ruin a piece of Zeus's night. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Need more body condoms.
I think we smash a guitar.
Can we actually like impale him and be like the whole vampire thing? Can we combine them?
I think we smash a guitar.
was good with
maybe
melee.
over his head.
That or him getting rejected in front of all the people that are around.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Girl.
That would be great. So yeah, so join us. And the last thing we always do here at McStabber Studios is we talk about how it's important to take care of yourself and especially your mental health. A lot of people deal with mental health diagnoses. A lot of us have them. A lot of us are in various stages of coping with them. And it's very important that you reach out to those that you feel can support you if you have that available. If you are worried because you haven't heard from a friend recently, you might want to check in on them because oftentimes withdrawal is a symptom of mental illness. And if you are in crisis, right now in chat, there is a list of different crisis organizations with their numbers that you can either call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you are outside of the US, because we do have a number of people in our community that are outside of the US, including one of them right here at this table, there is a link to find a helpline. That is a place where you can search for crisis lines in over 140 countries so that you can get the help you need if you're in crisis. And of course, I'm a McStabber, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to say take care of your body too, because as the mind goes, the body goes, and as the body goes, the mind goes. Get your physicals, get your checkups. If you're feeling ill, go get checked out. Make sure you get your vaccines. That's what's going to keep you around longer. And honestly, just take care of yourselves, because if you don't take care of yourself, it's hard to take care of anyone else. So, and lastly, fuck the fascists. Fuck the fascists. Fuck the GOP. Fuck the fascio-Christians, the Christo-fascists. Fuck the neo-Nazi bullshit going on here. Fuck the anti-trans legislation. Fuck the anti-abortion legislation. Literally, all they are doing is hurting people. And then they want to blame drag queens for grooming kids, when it's yet to be a drag queen brought up on that issue. It's always someone who's a white, straight Christian male. The call is coming from inside the house. That's all I'm saying. And France, there's riots in the street because their public works people are refusing to be basically abused and severely underpaid and mistreated. So yeah, that's going on there. And then, of course, Iran is still having protests in the street, and young women and girls are going missing when they protest and get detained. Yeah, it's kind of a shit show everywhere, y'all. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to do around the world because it's just not good. Human rights need to prevail. Said with love. Have a good night.